Hi, I'm Darnell with Wheel of Recipes, and this is my 30-day review of the Cuisinart 15-in-1 Extra Large Digital Air Fryer Oven. And if you've not already seen it, please see the initial review. That is where all the test cooking, all the other details about how to use it, any questions you probably have about this are in the initial review, and so you need to check that out. This is a follow-up 30-day review where I just talk to you about my thoughts, my impressions, how I feel about it versus other cookers, and things of that sort. So my general impression is that they honestly don't make them like they used to. And I do mean that sincerely. They just don't make modern new versions of appliances and things the way that they used to as far as Cuisinart is concerned, and that's a bit sad, but I have to say that I am still a fan of the old Cuisinart digital air fryer oven from back in like 2019, the one before the one that people were getting from Costco saying that the knob was falling off and all that. There was a Cuisinart digital air fryer oven before that one. It was very nice, very reliable, very durable, very well made. And the 15-in-1, this newer one, it's just not really doing it for me like the older ones. And even the extra large digital air fryer oven that they made was, in my opinion, better than this one. This one, just not the same. The newer stuff, I feel they should have done like Breville. You know, Breville, they made their ovens and they didn't try and continually make a new one without continuing to offer that older one still on a regular basis. Like Breville has newer ones, but still you can readily get all their older ones too. And they still, you know, offer those as readily available everywhere, just like the newer ones. With Cuisinart, it seems like they make newer ones, and then the older ones seem to be a little less available. And I kind of like those older ones more than I do the newer ones. It's just my way of seeing it. And I'll discuss more of why as we go along in this 30-day review. One main issue that I have with this 15-in-1 is that the buttons don't always recognize your presses, especially if your fingers are wet or cold. I mean, it was really a problem for me. A problem happening for me at least every other day, if not every day. I'm trying to press buttons and it's not recognizing my finger touches. You know, I really don't like that. I prefer real buttons, just like that old 2019 Cuisinart digital air fryer oven that I had and have done many videos of here on the channel. This one, the kind of touchscreen thing is not good, in my opinion, not good at all, and had a lot of trouble getting it to recognize the finger touches, and that was a very big hassle using this for 30 days like that. I also didn't like that this oven doesn't have a good reheat option. If you use bake, it has the preheat and you have to deal with the beeping from the preheat. And if you use warm for reheating, it only goes up to 300 degrees, which is not as high as you might want for a reheat option. And then there's air fry. Air fry, you know, it doesn't have a preheat, but still, you don't want to always dry your food out air frying it when you're just trying to reheat. So I eventually ended up using roast. Roast doesn't have a preheat, and roast can go higher than 300 degrees Fahrenheit. But it would have been nice, as is in many air fryer ovens, if they just had a nice reheat option that went higher than 300 degrees Fahrenheit and could be used for just general reheating when you don't want to necessarily use air fry for that purpose. I found after more use that the meat probe works when you're using very thick meat, where you can put the meat probe into the very thickest part of the meat. It'll work just fine in those cases. But if your meat is maybe a little thin or something, it's not a meat probe that can work well unless the meat is very thick. And I personally prefer quick read thermometers that I can just check whenever I want and get a quick read with less need to have the probe in there just perfect in the thick part. I also didn't like that the user interface flow wasn't very intuitive. After I went into a function and maybe it had started to cook and wanted to try and get back to resetting the function to go back to a different function or something, I found that a bit difficult to do. I kind of demonstrated that in the initial review. Someone did mention in a comment that if you hold the stop start button, it will reset back to the functions that you can select, but that is a bit less intuitive than I've seen in a lot of other cookers. And speaking of other cookers, here on the channel there are over 1,000 videos covering well over 120 different types of countertops appliances. Most of those are like air fryer ovens and such. So there's plenty to enjoy here even after you watch this video. The heat level for this air fryer oven is hot, and I mean compared to other air fryer ovens it runs generally just a little hotter. Cuisinarts always run a little hotter than others. It's just their design. If you want something that's going to cook a little hotter than other air fryer ovens usually do, Cuisinart is always there for you. Now I do like that it has an auto pause door. A oven with an auto pause door, when you open it, is always nice. I didn't have any smoke issues with this, but of course if you're using the grill function and you've got something that's going to cause a lot of smoke just naturally on a grill, then of course you want to be careful of that. Another thing that I didn't like about the user interface is that when you are changing functions, you have to press the arrow one way or the other continually to get to the function that you want. And it would have been nice to have a knob, but of course there was one Cuisinart digital air fryer oven where people said the knob was falling off, and so I guess they tried to use buttons, but the button is a bit of a pain because, as I said, first of all, it doesn't always recognize your finger. You have to just keep pressing repeatedly to try and get to a function that you want. Now this air fryer oven is large, but I found that the wire rack is not very strong. It's not as strong as like the Brevilles in their ovens. And so having a weak wire rack, you couldn't use this for much. But of course you can put things on the pan, but sometimes you don't always want to use the pan. So, for a very large air fryer oven, you want a strong wire rack. And this wire rack is not very strong in my opinion. And so with that said, the build quality is like something made in 2026. It's not like the older Breville ovens that have a very sturdy build, real solid construction. This one is like something that's made in modern day, and so it's a little weaker in my opinion as far as its construction. Now the noise level is pretty quiet, and you can see the initial review for full sound decibel testing. And cooks overall are generally even. Now I want to talk about the functions that I used. Air fry works well, and I've never had a Cuisinart that really missed on air frying. They all are great air fryers. I think the whole history, I've never had a bad Cuisinart when it came to air frying. Bake works well, but of course the wire rack being weak means that you have to use something else to, like the pan, to hold heavier stuff. You might limit your airflow a little bit there. Roast works well, and I'll just show you a quick photo. I made some monkfish with the meat probe. I used some olive oil and some organic no salt seasoning on it at 350, and things worked perfectly. I didn't use the broil function. As far as the grill function, I do have to mention that it takes longer than most other indoor grills, if not all indoor grills that I've used before, for the preheat to finish. Also, the grill works much better for thinner meat. It's not a grill that works well with thick meat. And the griddle function works well too, and things cook really well in the griddle, but there's just that matter of the long preheat. The toast function works well, and it does automatically adjust down if the oven's already hot. So it doesn't toast for as long if it knows it's hot, so it doesn't overcook your toast. That's a nice feature that you don't find in a lot of air fryer ovens. Warm works well for what it is, topping out at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Dehydrate works well, and I do want to show you that I dehydrated 2 cups of blueberries at 150 degrees Fahrenheit for 24 hours, and I never moved them, and things turned out nice. And I can say that that 24-hour dehydrate finished on the second at 24 hours. Some cookers, if you have them doing something that goes for like 8 to 24 hours, they don't really seem to keep time perfectly, but this Cuisinart did keep time perfectly the full 24 hours, ending at the exact second where I started at 24 hours before. I didn't use the pizza function. The low function works fine. I use that for things like melting butter. As far as cleaning goes, when you're basically got crumbs that get down in the crack, kind of down in the bottom of the door here, the crumbs just kind of get stuck there and they're really hard to get out. That's a bit annoying. It's not like a door that you open and the crumbs just kind of easily fall out for easy cleaning. They get kind of stuck in the crevice of the door. But everything is overall generally easy to clean other than that. So I'll just show you the 2-in-1 pan here. It cleans pretty well. Everything's non-stick. The accessories inside of here, you see the air fry basket there. You see the griddle is good. Now the bake pan, it does take some stain. It's not a stainless coating or anything, and I prefer not having stainless coatings, but it did take some stains down bottom there you might be able to see, and you can do something with that if you want, barkeeper's friend, baking soda, like a paste, what have you, if you want to get that out. There's just a wire rack, that's good. Then the bottom grease catcher, that looks okay. So up inside of there, things are okay. I didn't really get anything stuck or messy up in the top there, but of course if that happened to you, you could just wipe it off. Now for comparisons, I'm just going to compare with a few, but if you don't hear me talk about a comparison you're interested in, you can see the other reviews on this channel and make a decision for yourself. The first one I'm going to compare with is the old Cuisinart large digital air fryer oven, and that one, I have to say, as I said earlier, I do prefer that. It had real buttons. It had a sturdier build quality. I never had problems using it. So I totally prefer that. Never mind the grill and griddle. I can live without that as long as when I'm trying to use the thing, it works for me just pressing it. Next I want to compare it to the Gourmia French door XL digital air fryer oven. Now the Gourmia wasn't the most sturdy build either. However, it had an easy to use user interface, and I never had any issues with pressing buttons and such. So I prefer the Gourmia French door XL over this Cuisinart. And now I want to compare this Cuisinart to the Breville Smart Oven Air Fryer Pro. There's no contest. Definitely like the Breville more in every kind of way. And using this Cuisinart for 30 days really made me want to use the Breville more. It made me miss the Breville. So, Breville stays champ, no doubt. And so I hope that you did enjoy this review and that it was informative to you. And I do have to say that nothing in this video is sponsored, nothing given to me, and that you can always check out my blog, superwaveovenrecipes.com. Again, that's superwaveovenrecipes.com. In the video description, there are links to buy this and other things if you're interested. There's also the shop icon. All of that helps the channel through commissions. And there are free ways to help the channel. I do appreciate all of you who watch the ads. Those also help. But you can also help through giving this video a thumbs up. You can use the hype button. The hype button you can use up to 3 times to help promote the video to more people. Also, you can share this video with a friend. You can leave your comments, subscribe, hit that notification icon, and good eating.